Okay, one person please come.
Good morning, everyone. Today's headlines are unrest in several states after Friday prayers, 40 cops injured. Ranchi turns into battlefield, closed half, closed shave for Bihar minister. Congress bags 3 RS seats in Raj, BJP secures 3 in Karnataka. Nitish spare none found violating prohibition of law. Higher edu panel bill likely sparks monsoon session. Depth of tribals ignored as it needed hard work, says Modi. Shah, no one can stop us from writing history anew. IIP growth at 8-month high, but worries remain. So completed. Monsoon onset after June 15. Some nursing students on indefinite fast fall ill. Protest in some towns over remarks against prophets. High-tech facilities at new cardiology hospital BLDG. Artificial intelligence rules the roast in modern era expect. Summer rush snowbirds in long distance trains. Civil surgeon asked to stop up COVID tests. Open backs Nitish for president post. Anti-conversion law needed in country, say state BJP leaders. Thank you.
There was that artificial intelligence rules. Okay. No, this one. This article. Artificial intelligence rules the rules in modern era. Expert.
Artificial intelligence rule the rules in
Louder.
modern era expert. Patna, the director of Software Technology Park of India,
और दो से पढ़ो ना.
Subodh on Friday said artificial intelligence and machine learning have application in different fields of learning, right from primary to higher education and research. In fact,
Higher कहाँ पे लिखा है? Higher education.
Higher education and research. In fact, the modern era belongs to artificial intelligence, he said, addressing the webinar as the main speaker of artificial intelligence and machine learning organized by the Patna University UGC Human Resource Development Center for College and University Teachers of the state. Sachin pointed out that AI is no longer confined to science and engineering education only, but
Wait. Hello. But नहीं sir. Modern one ही है. Hello. Hello. Comment. This one. Artificial intelligence rules modern era. Good morning, everyone.
Artificial intelligence rule the roost in the modern era, expert. The director of the Software Technology Park of India, Subodh Sachin, on Friday said artificial intelligence and the machine learning have application in different fields of the learning, right from the primary to the higher education and the research. In fact, the modern era belongs to artificial intelligence, that is AI, he said. Addressing the webinar as the main speaker on the artificial intelligence and machine learning organized by the Patna University UGC Human Resource Development Center for the college and the university teachers of the state, Sachin pointed out that AI is no longer confined to the science engineering education only, but it is fast becoming almost indispensable for all the branches of the learning.
Write the word indispensable. It's a very important word.
Digital technology found its
But clearly it is written that all this artificial intelligence and machine learning, it is becoming indispensable for all the branches. Means unavoidable. You have to indulge it. You have to.
Digital technology found its greatest applications in the field of education during COVID-19. AI can drive efficiently personalization and streamlined administrative tasks to allow teachers the time and freedom to provide understanding and adaptability. By leveraging the best attributes of the machines and teachers, the vision for artificial intelligence is one where they work together for the best outcome for the student, he said. Introducing the theme of the webinar, Patliputra University Center Director, Patna University.
Patliputra University has a PPU.
Okay, sir.
It's Patna University.
Patna University Center Director Atul Aditya Pandey said that artificial intelligence and the machine learning are also being applied in the field of environmental science, meteorology, and oceanography, besides various branches of the technology. Thank you.
No. ये तो हो गया. Okay. Summer rush. No berthing. Long distance train. This one.
Hello. Good morning. Good morning, friends. My name is Subham Oza.
क्या नाम है?
Subham Oza.
फिर से बोलो.
Subham Oza.
शुभम ओझा. आवाज क्यों नहीं निकल रही सुबह सुबह? हाइट तो इतनी आ गई है तुम्हारी. थोड़ी देर और हो गए तो थर्ड ईयर में छत पे छू जाओगे. फर्स्ट ईयर में ये हाल है. आवाज कहाँ गई? निकालो आवाज. बहुत धीरे है. मजबूती से आवाज निकालो.
Patna getting confirmed births in long distance trains originating from Patna and other stations.
Originating.
from
जोर से
Patna
बोलो
and
ना.
other
शुभम.
stations falling under jurisdiction of the East Central Railway (ECR) has become difficult for passengers as all trains are running full to their capacity.
Please try.
Therefore, a large number of people are stranded at certain places for want of confirmed berth. However, Railways has no immediate contingency plan to cope with peak summer rush. The Rajendra Nagar New Delhi Tejas Rajdhani Express 12309 has no berths available for passengers. Till this month, the grand states of berth availability was 159. Waiting lists in third AC and 59 in 2AC on Friday. Confirmed berths are also not available in any class of Rajdhani Express from Patna and Delhi. Side till June Railway source said. According to Danapur Railway source, in addition to running a few pairs of summer special trains, Railway is attaching extra coaches to important mail and express trains to accommodate a maximum number of passengers. Railway puts the test of in rooms, where waiting list of passengers goes beyond 400 in particular class.
शुभम प्रैक्टिस करो. बहुत ब्रांडेड कंपनी में पढ़ा है. This one. From here to here.
Edu Minister to hold meet with officials.
Good morning, everyone. Good morning, class.
Good morning, class.
My name is.
I am Khushi. Minister to hold meet with officials. Sorry. State Education Department will hold a meeting with officials concerned, including district education officers, here on Sunday to discuss ways for successful implementation of the government schemes, ensuring proper education in schools and timely disposal of all pending cases of teachers. Education Minister Vijay Kumar Chaudhary said in fulfillment of the last government decision regarding regular inspection of schools.
इंस्पेक्शन नहीं लिखा हुआ है,
Inspection.
इंस्पेक्शन
Inspection.
श
Inspection
हाँ,
of schools and education department offices at this district level. Additional Chief Secretary Deepak Kumar Singh, Education Secretary Asangwa Chauha, Secondary Education Director Manoj Kumar, Primary Education Director Ravi Prasad visited the schools and department offices in Muzaffarpur, Aurangabad, Saran and Samastipur districts, respectively, on Wednesday, and found several irregularities and shortcomings in course of their inspection. The officials immediately ordered
immediately.
ordered for meeting the shortcomings.
हम मजबूती लगाओ, ग्रेजुएशन में आ गया वो, किसका? Some nursing students on indefinite fast fall ill.
Good morning, class. I am Nitesh Singh. Today's headlines and its explanation are: some nursing students on indefinite fast fall ill. Patna. The health condition of some of the nursing students of GNM School of the Patna Medical College and Hospital PMCH on an indefinite fast deteriorated on Friday.
Deterioration मतलब घटना, हेल्थ घटा है उनका, deteriorate किया, ठीक ओके.
Friday, about 10 of them had resorted to fast as their dharna for the last 2 weeks in the protest against shifting of their hostel to Rajapakar in Vaishali, yielded to no result. Still against
the GNM school, the GNM.
The GNM school was shifted from PMCH to Rajapakar last month for demolition and redevelopment of the PMCH as a world-class health facility. Their hostel on the PMCH campus were also vacated. Civil surgeon Dr. Viva Kumari has directed the nearest Gardani Bagh government hospital to send medical terms thrice a day for checking their health and take measure in case of fever, dehydration or other health issues. The medical officer in charge of Gardani Bagh Hospital, Dr. Manzula Rani, said some of them were rushed to the hospital with the severe dehydration and immediately administered intravenous fluid and other medicines are required for making their condition stable. She said doctor of the hospital visited them and examined their pulse, blood pressure and other parameters, and also urged them to end their fast. End their fast. They want their hostel facility at Patna instead of Vaishali. The fasting girl student retired to continue their steer till their demands were fulfilled. Meanwhile, GNM school principal Kumari Veena said everything was streamlined at Rajapakar after the PMCH administration.
Continue.
After the PMCH administration sent all the items and training in instrument there and also withdraw its since die closure order. She said the nursing students were coming back from their homes for for resuming classes and training. There are about 180 students admitted in the 3 years course at GNM school. Thank you.
Monsoon onset after June 15.
Good morning, students. Myself, Rana Singh. And
Good
today-
morning, students.
Good morning, friends. Good morning, friends. Myself, Rana Singh.
Wait.
I have to give one announcement. Guys, listen. We have given a system for a maintenance. Okay, so there will be no lab. As of today, there will be no lab. You can move to your booster, respective booster. When the lab time is there, I think 2:30. This lab, 2 o'clock. So every day you are in this lab. But as of today, there will be no lab. You can move to your boosters and move because system has been given for the maintenance. Okay.
कल की बात अलग थी। ठीक है, काम बना रहे हैं। Title, come and start.
Monsoon onset after June 15.
Oh, relax.
Patna, even though southwest monsoon made an early onset in mainland India through Kerala coastal on May 29, Bihar is likely to witness the entry of rain-bearing winds at its scheduled time on June 16 or 17. Sanjay Kumar, a meteorologist at Patna Meteorological Center, told TOI on
Times of India.
Friday that monsoon current has received and it will enter Bihar after June 15. The monsoon current reached up to sub-Himalayan, West Bengal and Sikkim by June 3, but did not make any significant progress over East India thereafter. However, it has on revived and we are expecting that the monsoon will enter Bihar by June 16 or 17. He added private weather agency CIMAGE also reported on Friday that southwest monsoon has reached sub-Himalayan West Bengal. However, for now, it will take at least about 4 to 5 days for the monsoon to reach Kolkata in West Bengal. Going by the CIMAGE prediction, Bihar may see the onset of monsoon after June 15. Weatherman.
एक मिनट फुल स्टॉप पैराग्राफ चेंज तो थोड़ा रुकोगे ना, मतलब 1 सेकंड या 2 सेकंड का पॉज। फुल स्टॉप भी है और पैराग्राफ भी चेंज। फुल स्टॉप में मान लो 1 सेकंड का पॉज और पैराग्राफ चेंज में फुल स्टॉप में 2 सेकंड का पॉज। पॉइंट।
Weatherman said the rain-bearing winds would enter the state from the northeastern district of Purnia, Kishanganj and Katihar. In all probability, the monsoon will cover the entire Bihar within probability. The monsoon will cover the entire Bihar within 48 hours of entering the state. Meanwhile, pre-monsoon showers are expected in North Bihar over the next 2 or 3 days. Patna Meteorological Center on Friday issued a yellow alert for thunderstorm with light night at isolated places in Kishanganj, Madhubani, Supaul, Araria, Kishanganj, Katihar, West Champaran and East Champaran, Puran till June 14. However, residents in South Bihar will have to face sultry heat condition till the monsoon arrives in the state.
Thank you.
Thank you.
तुम्हारे खांसी हो रहा है, कैसे पढ़ोगे? नर्सरी में पढ़ो, चलो ठीक हो जाएगा खांसी। आ जाओ, सब खांस लो। Simple small article for you on development. Rupees 6.84 crore for development of amenities around Munger, ठीक है, खगरपुर lake. Wait. 3 paragraph. Small.
Good morning, friends.
Rupees 6.84 crore.
Rupees 6.8 crore, 84 crore for development of amenities around Munger, Khagarpur, Lake, Patna. State tourism department has
State tourism department has sanctioned.
sanctioned a project.
Sanction means allocated.
Project to development.
क्या घबराहट हो रही है? हाँ? डर लग रहा है? क्या प्रॉब्लम है? हमको देखो हाँ क्या प्रॉब्लम है? पानी दे, पानी लो। काम तो करना पड़ेगा, बाकी सपोर्ट जो चाहिए वो ले लो। सपोर्ट जितना चाहिए मिलेगा, लेकिन काम तुम्हें करना पड़ेगा। क्लियर है बात समझ में आई? हाँ, और कोई सपोर्ट? फाइन, टॉफी चॉकलेट चलो बढ़ो। सैंक्शन अ प्रोजेक्ट
To development amenities to Khagarpur Lake in Munger district by utilizing
खड़गपुर RAG
Kharagpur Lake in Munger district by utilizing funds to the turn of rupees 6.48 crore. The amenities to be developed increased.
फिर घबराहट हो रही है, फिर पानी पी लो। कहाँ पे? एक तो मेरी नजर भी कम हो रही है। कैंटीन तो लिखा हुआ है, कैंटीन।
Development increased canteen.
Viewing deck and
gate
घाट
and
toilets
among others to
lake areas
in around 5,000 acres and has a catchment of 64
square miles.
As per a
Statement
issued by tourism department Khagarpur Lake as was originally constructed in 1876 by Darbhanga Raj.
Later
it was taken over by the state irrigation department in 1954 for maintenance and operation. This lake is located 3 kilometers from
Haveli
Kharagpur on Mani River over a gorgeous surrounded by
tiny hills.
The collective water from the stream from a pond under and over hanging rock in that river, which is called Bhimkund. This is Bhimkund. The spring water from the different hills feed the river and form a
Large
large, large
reservoir.
reservoir called Kharagpur Lake.
तुम अब बड़ी हो गई हो, स्कूल खत्म हो गया, ठीक है, अब जिम्मेदारी लेना सीखो, क्लियर, रिस्पॉन्सिबिलिटी लेना सीखो, रिस्पॉन्सिबिलिटी तुमने ठीक से नहीं निभाई है, क्लियर, चलो नेक्स्ट टाइम इंप्रूवमेंट चाहिए। Five hundred villages face power cut in Rohtas.
Good morning, everyone. My name is Akansha. Today headlines are 500 village face power cut in Rohtas. Over 500 villages in Rohtas district may lose electricity supply for not paying energy bills despite repeated reminders. The South Bihar Power Distribution Company Limited has issued final notice threatening to disconnect power supply to those houses as only 5% households of these identified villages has paid their energy bills. Executing an engineer Sasaram Prem Kumar Parveen said, SBPDCL is also taking the help of the Panchayat representative for creating awareness among the consumer towards payment of the bill, he said. Of the identified defaulters, above 300 villages come under Sasaram subdivision and 159 under Vikram Ganj against consumption of power worth Rs 42 crores every month in the district. Only Rs 12 crore are realized and the contribution from the rural area is only 5%, he said. Praveen said out of the total due of Rs 242 crores with the consumers about Rs 150 crores were the realized from rural areas. SBPDCL has decided to disconnect the power supply of these villages and in case of power theft, FIR would also be lodged against them. He said 65% of the urban consumers paid their energy bills on the time and the remaining ones at the interval of 2 or 3 months. The executive engineer said in case of power supply disconnect in these villages, the 5% rural consumers who paid the bills on time would also be affected as supply would be cut off completely from the transformer concerned. A consumer of Simra village in Sasaram subdivision who pays his electric bills regularly said it was the perfect example of Kare koi bhare koi. Someone suffers for the signs of others.
Global investment banking faces tougher time this year. ये बहुत इम्पोर्टेंट है और तुमको जिम्मेदारी दे रहे हैं इसको पढ़ने का, ठीक है? ठीक है, ग्लोबल इन्वेस्टमेंट बैंकिंग ग्लोबल faces tougher times this year. Start from here and come up to 2021. Okay.
Good morning, everyone. My name is Avinash Oza. I am going to read today's newspaper. Global investment banking faces tougher time this year. Stock price plunge, IPO pipeline dries, global growth slows. A dearth of IPO, a plunge in stock prices, and slowing global economic growth are clouding the outlook for revenue at Global Investment Bank. After pandemic, spending by government and central banks fueled a blockbuster 2021. Russia invasion of Ukraine and significant monetary tightening have led to violating trading in financial market this year. While that can help trading volume, it however slowed initial public offering, IPO and deal by special purpose acquisition company acquisition company SPACS.
Acquisition means acquire karna. You all have come here to acquire, to do the acquisition of knowledge.
Global investment banking net revenue fell to $35.6 billion year to date, down to nearly 38% from $57.4 billion in the same period. A year earlier, data from Dealogic showed for 2021 as a whole net revenue for global investment banking was a recorded $132 billion. The data showed IPOs are scared of SPAC are now about non-existent, said Stephen Bigger. At Argus Research, the second quarter is going to another dismissal quarter for investment banking. Bigger said, while banking will make
I think yesterday or day before yesterday, right? No, day before yesterday. The news was that RBI has increased the repo rate. The repo rate is the rate at which RBI gives the money to the commercial banks. So followed by another article was there that SDFC has increased its lending loan rate interest by 0.35%. Right? तो अगर इंटरेस्ट बढ़ेगा तो महंगाई बढ़ेगी, आ रही है. और उसके बाद ग्लोबल में इन्वेस्टिंग में भी प्रॉब्लम आ रहा है. So these are all the tougher times we are going to face. So what is the plan B that we are going to make? Prepare yourself. Come on.
Bigger said, while banking will make some of it up on equity and fixed income currency of commodities, FICC trading volume, which has been stronger than last year. Overall, the quarter is likely to be much lower. Banks have talked in a recent week about the sign coming investment banking, or at least part of it. Credit Suisse warned on Wednesday that challenging market conditioning, low level of capital market issuance, and widening in credit spread have depressed the financial performance of its investment banking division. Credit Suisse, which warned of a second quarter loss, has its problem as it suffered from billion in losses in 2021. We have failed in failed in investment plus the impact of multiple legal cases. This is a year of Wall Street headwind. Main Street tailwind, said Mike Mayo, senior banking analyst at Wells Fargo. He said trading should increase year over year, but equity underwriting is under pressure, having said that European banks as a group have lagged US bank. This is the multi-year story just continue to drag on longer and longer.
Okay, JP Morgan.
JP Morgan Chase said as it is as at its May Investor Day that is expected invest banking revenue to the down in 2022 at beat albeit after an
Exceptionally.
exceptionally strong 2021. Meanwhile, Morgan Stanley did pick said at the recent conference, according to transcript, that routine investment banking, the new issue calendar was extremely quiet and underwriting. Calendar was very slow, although the market business was doing quite well as clients were
Hedging risk.
hedging risk. The picture of uneven across segment, while border M&A volumes are lower, overall activity has remained healthy and pipeline for deal still looks relatively solid according to investment banker. For 2022, earnings for five of the biggest US investment bank, Goldman Sachs, Morgan Stanley, JP Morgan, uh, uh, Kit Group, and Citigroup and Bank of America, Wall Street analysis accept a decline of 22.9% according to the data collecting by Refinity, which shows ex, ex, exception for a 27.4 decline for the second quarter US bank report earning in July month of this this month. The head of US bank warned about the health of the global economy with JP Morgan CEO Jamie Dimon speaking of a coming hurricane.
Okay. So not many money is coming from abroad to India. Now there will be a problem. Okay, next. Wait. Huh? Time over. Okay, fine, next time. Okay, over to you next class.